Hello, brothers and sisters. Come on in. The water is great. The water is goodly godly. The water is the truth, and it's setting us free, folks. It's setting us free. Today, I want to talk to you about reclaiming words. 7 words the wicked have twisted. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. They've been messing around with the meanings of words and different expressions. And hey, we are taking it back because they cannot keep lying anymore. They're done. Stick a fork in them. They're done. The liars. Bye-bye. So it is March. It's Thursday, the 9th of Thursday, 2023. And I am Andrew. You're watching the Hiking Druid channel. And I just appreciate you being here. And well, I knew I wanted to be a writer, and I've been writing poems and stories since I was in 4th grade. So I have studied words, sort of like a wordsmith. And I have I think we're going to lose our power, but I'll keep going for as long as I can. So check out the links down below, and you can see you can sign up for a free get my newsletter that comes out maybe about once a month, and sometimes not quite that often. And also you can get a free guide that will help you and your family find out about staying strong, keeping your immune system solid and powerful, and standing up to any buggery boos that might be around, how to find them out in the wilderness, and all these things are in the newsletter, and in that, and a couple of plants that are useful are what I wrote about in the guide. And below that is a link to Give, Send, Go. That's to help me with some projects that I have, and that's all explained if you click on that link. So yeah, let's talk about reclaiming some of these words. This is just the beginning, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. 7 words. I mean, there's hundreds. And we will re-express the original goodly, godly nature. That's why they've twisted them, because anything they can do to attack our Heavenly Papa is what the liars do. They infiltrate, they obfuscate, and they lie. They steal, and they scream, and they love chaos, because it's all from their boss, the little liar. And these minions know that something's up, because that's why they're freaking out so much. And so it's up to us to start really becoming aware of the meanings of the words that we speak, because they try to program us. See, letters and words are symbols, and they're really into the symbols. But Rush Limbaugh, the famous American radio talk show host, used to say, words mean things, folks. Words mean things. They mean what they mean, and then these, like Marxists and anarchists and all the kists, they like to twist the words so that no one knows what anything means. And we're just saying, no, enough is enough. So the first one on my list of 7 words that the wicked have twisted is wicked. That's a newer twist, really, at least to most people. Um, Wicked means evil, not very or more. So if something is wicked good, you've just canceled it out. There's better words for that. Extremely, very, more. But wicked means evil. So you don't want to be using something that represents evil in your day-to-day conversation unless you're pointing out the wicked ways of the liar and his minions, or something like that. Okay. So number 2, awesome. This one is so abused. It means awe-inspiring. Always in the not so far past, always meant it was amazing to goodly, godly things. So it referred to amazing, goodly, godly things, not a new pair of shoes or even a new car or good news. Like, people use awesome so wrong because it really does connect us with God. So if I like to give this example when I'm talking to people about being more aware of words. If you were to be walking down this like a country street or a sidewalk, and an acorn fell off from an oak tree, plops down in front of you, lands into a crack between the cement or into the runoff ditch, and all of a sudden a 50-foot oak tree comes flying up out of the ground, leaves going sprouting instantly, and squirrels racing along its limbs. That would be awesome, because that would be an act of God. Okay? It doesn't have to be that extreme, but that extreme shows you how infrequent the use of awesome should be. And what reprogrammed that word, which is a beautiful, perfect word for the grace of God flowing upon our land? It was TV shows. It was intentional misuse by the liars. Movies, television shows, and it just got, people don't think, and they just use these terms so they don't have to find the correct words for things. But remember, they mean things. They are symbols. They have a power to them. Just like our intention has a power to it. Our words that we think have power in our minds, and that we speak bring certain energetic flow into the world through the spoken word. Number 3, church means folks gathered to discuss God and Jesus, not buildings, not religious doctrines and dogmas. This divides, and that's why it keeps being misused. The church is a group of people, members of mankind, honoring Papa. Plain and simple. It's not the building. It started being referred to the building because that's a particular style, like a steeple, maybe a cross on top, different styles in different parts of the world, of course. But that building started being called the church. It took it away from the meaning of the people gathered together to worship. And that allowed for the fragmentation of the different dogmatic man-made laws. And So it's been encouraged by the liar and the minions to separate people and be divisive instead of what worship of God should be is beautiful and bringing people together. Number 4, a ship is birthed when it's tied to a dock. Members of mankind are born. We should have born days, not birthdays. Some of these things we will be getting the real meaning out. And the English language especially is very malleable. It changes over time. And Marxists have used this on purpose, and the Kabbalist type one world order, deep state type groups that have been around for a lot longer than what we thought at first. They know this stuff, and they know the power of symbols, and that's why they've stolen them and twisted them to, to honor the wrong little g God that thought he could be the big G God. You know who I mean. The liar. It's who I call the little liar. Because next to God, he's puny. And without fear, false fear, he's a worm. And he knows he's done. So we should have born days, not birthdays. Here's another reason why. Birthdays allow the cabal to trade our certificates. We shouldn't have birth certificates, but that's more like a symbol. Well, I'll talk about that in later videos. And they bet on our death days. So they make you get a certificate, which they also pay you an extra tax. Charge you an extra tax. So that's pulling more of your hard-earned life energy out of you. But they also use these certificates to bet, to see, it's twisted, to see, and they, put millions of money betting on how long our lives are going to be. So you shouldn't have to register to the state to have a baby. And many groups don't do that, and many places around the world don't do that. It's twisted. See, here's something to remember, folks. Something that's legal doesn't necessarily mean it is lawful. Lawful comes from God. Legal comes from the cabal's twisted systems. Number 5, if a judge or policeman asks you if you understand, never agree. Simply say, I don't understand. We stand under no one but God. By saying yes to that question, you legally give them power over you. So I don't use that word as much. There's a great word, comprehend. That means understand, but it doesn't mean you're standing under anybody. It means that you ascertain the meaning of the word or the phrase or the sentence. So when I'm using words with the power that they have, I try not to use words that the cabal has twisted so much that people don't understand the real meaning of the word. See how easy it slips out? But on the other hand, we're taking the real meaning of the word back. So some of these words need to go away because we will not understand someone else. You never should understand. You don't stand underneath another person. We're each sovereign members of mankind. We're equal. We don't stand under any other person, only God. Okay? So that's why it's so important. Okay, so number 6. Antarctic. doesn't mean South Pole. The South Pole is actually in the ocean, quite far from even the outer coast, of Antarctica. The Antarctic means opposite from the Arctic, which is true in both the global and level Earth theories. It could also be an opposite charge, right? If it means opposite, it could be like negative is opposite from positive, which would align with the toroidal Earth theory. And by the way, there's many different Earth theories. Okay, let's be scientific. Okay, here's a fun one. This one's not a word, but it is a phrase. And I love the origins of some of these old phrases. So I thought I'd share this one with you. So mind your P's and Q's. It didn't mean stay out of my business or mind your business necessarily. Not at first. In the pre and revolutionary time in the USA, or in the colonies that would become the USA, right? Public drunkenness was strongly looked down upon. So bartenders would keep a running tally up behind the wall of the bar. Behind the bar on the wall with how many pints and quarts of ale or beer the patrons drank. So if one started getting too loud or obnoxious, the bartender would say, "Hey, George, mind your P's and Q's." They could look up on the tally board. And when people are having fun, they do lose track. Excuse me. This was a hint that it was time to pay up and head home. Okay. So there's 7. And like I said, there's dozens and dozens, if not hundreds more, of words that we're taking back. Okay, so we're taking back these words, symbols, and places that the liars have been twisting away from the truth. And I'll talk about the symbols and the places in future videos. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope that there were a few surprises in this video for you. And a lot of you guys and gals do have a very powerful awareness, and you're alert to a lot of the lies. And I love that you're helping other people too. This is what is so amazing about the patriots and the truth seekers and the light warriors. We're here at this time, at the very right, perfect time. And we're learning so much. Sometimes you do need to take a little break and just go for a walk and get the sun on you and enjoy the fresh air and the wildlife and the trees and stuff. But then we get back to it, and we keep helping one another out, and that's what's so exciting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing these videos, and like and subscribe because it does help more people. I've been seeing this lately. It really helps more people to see the videos. And I just hit 50 subscribers on YouTube. So, round of applause. Thank you, guys. Thank you for checking this out, and thanks for subscribing. And that on YouTube means I'll be able to do a live call where we can, a live broadcast, video, chat, whatever. And we can actually talk sort of where people will chat. You know what the lives are. If you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you do a live one and then you can interact more through the chat. So that will be fun. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do the first one of those, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to watch some other people's live things a little bit more and get a better feel for it. But I think once you get 50, you can do a live. Doesn't that sound right? Yeah, I think that's right. Rumble's different. I am on Rumble. Hiking Druid show is on, or channel is on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube. And then I'm also on Telegram. And feel free to join my group on Telegram. It's called Hiking Druid Explores. And I just share a bunch of stuff that I research and find interesting. So also on Truth Social, which is it's just blowing up. I don't care what people say about Twitter. Truth Social is so fun. And I'm sure Twitter's wonderful too, especially now that Elon's shaking some of the what do I want to say here? Well, shaking the censors out of the nut tree. So anyway, we'll see. Be nice if they could do that with Facebook and YouTube. That's probably next. So it's amazing. Things are going very well, and we win because God already won, and the liars know it. And like I said at the beginning, they're done. Stick a fork in them. The thing is, the higher ups, they're already gone or replaced or working. You know, the middle range ones that are still around are actually helping, even if they're not glad to be doing it. You can tell some of those ones that are not too excited to be exposing all the evil, like the one that was at that award show in the devil's outfit. He didn't look too excited to be doing it, but they have to do it. You see all the broken ankles? Those are the monitoring devices that keep them honest. And there's just been a slew of those again. And so more people are getting exposed and deciding to expose others in those, dark circles with the party drug that, affected children in a very terrible way and all that stuff. So we'll get into the symbols and some of the places that they've purposely messed up to change the beautiful energy that flows, that's made into the earth by God, that was put there to unite different areas and let energies flow that we should be tapping for free, and we used to, and we will again. So this is all exciting times, and like I was saying, we're here at the very right time for higher purposes that we've always felt like, why can't I let this out? Why can't I? They keep, the systems would keep. I have a brother that felt the same way, but we've only just recently talked about it, and that the systems shove you into little boxes, and they don't like you to think for yourself. But it's gone. Those days are gone. They won't control us ever again, and we aren't stopping until all the evil is banished to where it needs to go. And it's coming, because he's coming. He has the hand. He has the hand on Donald Trump. He does. Nobody could have withstood getting attacked by both parties, all the three-letter agencies being against you, without the hand of God. protecting, and guiding. I mean, he's 10 to 100 steps ahead of the uncreative liars. It's amazing. And I feel like blessed by this too. And God has been so good. So let's keep going, keep helping people, keep spreading the truth out there. Remember, just plant a seed. Sometimes someone else will water the seed. Sometimes we're watering seed that other people, the information, the knowledge, other people put the seed in. Your point of view might be the watering that helps that seed to grow in a person that was doubtful. And then something you say adds the weight for the people to start becoming more aware. And this is happening like crazy right now. Be patient, be kind, don't be angry. You know, so much of this is just a show. It has been for 3 years. The thing is, the show is being run by the good guys now, but there's still evil people trying to mess things up for us. So you need to be very careful and, keep your, awareness growing, keep bold, stay wise so we can do battle with the enemy, because they are wise. They are snakes. They are wise at lying. Is it wise? Yeah. It takes wisdom to be able to tell as many lies as these jokers do, but nobody can do that forever because you can't keep it all straight. That's how you always catch your kids when they're trying to lie to you. They can't keep it all straight. So remember, you are the apple, the very center of the creator of all things, I. You are the center. You are the child of God. We all have little God sparks inside us, which is powerful indeed. And just keep connected to that. Keep connecting to people that have an understanding of who you are and who God says you are. And don't let anyone put Mahatma Gandhi has a famous quote: I will not let somebody walk through my mind with their dirty feet. I'll change it, with their filthy feet. Do not let others ever, ever convince you that you are less than what the creator of all things says you are. And he says you're beautiful and wondrously made. And you're his child, and he's proud of you. He cares about you. He knows every concern you've ever had. He knows every sin you've ever done, and he forgives you, and he loves you, and he wants you to spend eternity right there with him in his beautiful, bright, love and light. So I'll get going, and I'll catch up with you soon, probably tomorrow, do another video. Love you. Bye. Have a great day.